Hey, what's up, everybody? Just got back from the Tacoma front row show. We've been doing a lot of shows these days. Our next show coming up is Courtside, the Courtside Card Show in Miami, Florida. It'll be our first East Coast card show. Pretty excited for that. We've been doing a lot of card shows, and every card show, I'm there to sell card supplies, but I always come out with stuff. Some of which I've bought, and some of which buddies of mine have gifted. This is from Maximus Art. Check him out. Check out his website. Check out his YouTube, his Instagram. Look at these stickers. He does stickers, original art, t-shirts. I've already got like handfuls of t-shirts. I'm a Dame collector, so Dame. He's got this Kobe one. Just really cool stuff. I picked up like multiple of the Dames. But if you're looking for kind of some fun stuff to kind of put on your, let's say, case for your cards or binders and stuff like that. These are great for binders, all that kind of stuff. Really cool stuff. Very fair prices too, which is the best part, because these days every dollar counts. Got this one right here. I bought this card. I like this card a lot just because, well, for a few reasons. He's a dunker. He's dunking that thing. Got Dikembe Mutombo in the background there. You see him looking right there. It's a very cool card. This one's 300. It's a nice clean number out of 499. Got it in a GTI black. I think it looks really good with black. So if you got any black chrome cards, check out our black ones. I think those work really well. SeaTac Seattle hooked us up, a buddy of mine, with a very special card. He's like, his favorite player is AD. My favorite player is Lillard. And so he's like, dude, here's a card. I'm going to give this to you. Just a nice gesture. So I'll try to find him a nice AD next time I see him. When you start doing shows for a couple years and vending at shows, you start to get to know the community really well and understand the community. And it's such a great space to be. Everyone's so cool. Really had a great time this last show. Here's our silver mags. Perfect card for a silver mag. I bought this card just because it was a lot cheaper than you would think. I thought Shaden Sharp's stock would be a lot. I think he's a great buy right now. Could be biased because I'm a Blazer fan, but very cool card. And then I did buy this one as well. Really like this card for multiple reasons. It's numbered to 10. I like anything numbered to 10. It's great. It's 2014. It's a bit older. I don't like some of the new stuff as much as the older stuff. A couple years off his rookie year. It's a national card. I've been in the national twice. I'm probably going to go again this year, so that's 3 years now. But awesome card. Looks great in the silver mag, so I got those. And then I got gifted a couple other cards from some buddies of mine. Those ones and this one here. These will go in binders. I have binders full of, cards. And then I got these three. I got gifted this one by my buddy James. I'm going to crack this right now. He's like, I know you want to crack this one, so he gifted it to me. Very cool card. No reason to be in a PSA slab. Not going to resubmit it for grading. I don't really care. I think it will look cool in a mag. And then these are also going to get magged up as well. I picked these up. Lillard 4 out of 8. I really like that card. And 1 out of 15 on another Lillard. So I've been told on these slabs right here that I should be just getting a screwdriver to pop them open, but I don't know. I've been doing pretty good with this. This is a tile nipper right here. And I'm just going to zoom out a little bit. There we go. This is a tile nipper right here. And the tile nipper, it's been through war, this thing. I've cracked so many. At the last show, I think I cracked about 50 or so. I did a lot of cracking for some vendors and stuff and collectors and just everybody. I was cracking and transferring the slabs and, I'm just having a blast. So this one, let's do this one first. This is a Topps East West, very famous card. The Jordan's worth so much on this, the refractor, but this is Hakeem and Dikembe. Very cool card. Hakeem was awesome. It looks good. The card looks great visually. Why did it get a 6? I don't know. I don't care. I'm going to crack it. So let's get down to business. Let's crack this one. So when I crack it, you can start here. What I've actually been doing, I'm going to do it this way. I've been cracking the bottom two sides, like one, just crack that, and two, crack this one. And this is how I was doing it at the show, kind of showing people. And I try to crack it with a PSA slab on there, just so it doesn't get too messy, but it still flies. But you see how it like catches some of that debris? I think it's kind of good to do it that way. And then there we go. And there we go. So I got the bottom off. And then a lot of people are like, you could just pop it. But I don't want to pop it open because I don't want the card to like shift suddenly. I just want to crack all the way around it. So then that way I can open it and the card isn't going to have any moving or shifting while I try to pry it open. And it doesn't take that long. This is just a matter of seconds to do this. It's not like a whole bunch of extra time. Now, the new PSA slabs, boy, are they frustrating. Not easy to take out, not impossible, but by no means not easy, right? Okay, so there we go. And what I meant by the shift is like this part right here. When you see how you do like that. Sometimes the card will like fly, but... So you can see here that on one side of the refractor, they didn't put the outer sleeve, inner sleeve, but on this side of the refractor where the grade is shown, they put that sleeve on there. So they put a sleeve here, but they didn't put a sleeve on the back. And I don't really get that. You can see there, this is such a cool card. Be cool to have the whole set of these. These are just awesome. So I'm gonna set the card aside, and I'm actually gonna look at the clarity of the sleeve that PSA put in there. So this is the sleeve, right? Let's see what we're dealing with. All right. So the clarity is here. It's about 87% and a half clear. Okay, and it's just one sheet. So that's theirs. I'm gonna get our inner sleeve here. And this is 2 layers of plastic. So to make it fair, we'd have to, because you're only looking through here, right? We'd have to open this. So let's rip this open. There we go. And get one piece and look at our clarity. So it's clear. When people ask GTI inner sleeves, we're super clear. That's 90%. Yeah, well, now it's 89. 90% and a half. As where the plastic being used for these PSA slabs is, you know, it's not always the same, but it's about 88 and a half. 88. So it's not a clarity. There's no issues with the clarity. The clarity is... Our clarity is top notch. Some of the best clarity that you're gonna get for inner sleeves in the industry. And when you're doing an inner sleeve, I hate to say it, but when you're doing an inner sleeve, I don't know why we're just putting an inner sleeve on one side like that on the front. Why can't we put it on the back too if it's about protecting the card? So that's a little bit of a, I don't quite understand that. I'm trying to think if I want a hollow silver for this one. Probably not. I think I'll just go... Hollow would be cool, but I think I'm just going to go OG clear. So this is our magnetic one touch. If you haven't used them before, you can... You can check out our website, www.gametimeinternational.com, and you know, give it a try. So you can see I'm putting this on each one to make sure that when you open this, that you're not, you know, being dealt an unfair hand. You're being given a really good product every single time. Very clear, no scratches, any of that kind of stuff. And again, those 90% clarity inner sleeves, you get 2 of them right here. So you have 2 with each one. Okay, and we're gonna go ahead and use, and I give 2, people are like, why do you give 2? Well, I give 2 just because sometimes you may want extra. And And then each box that we sell comes with an extra pack of 50 included as well. And each box also comes with the mag bags, the outer sleeves for the mags, which I'll show you in a second. So we got our card in there, front and back, as I believe it should be. And then you can see the fit when it gets in there. There's not going to be any movement. Even at a 90 degrees, you know, it's in the groove really well. So we got Dikembe and we got Hakeem. Awesome card. Out of respect for Dikembe, we'll go ahead and put him on the front. And then you can see here. That's how it's going to look. So you're not going to have any wrinkles in there. You see there's not making any wrinkles. And you can see here. You're still able to really get a good feel for that. You see that shine on that card. The inner sleeve doesn't create any hampering to the visuals of the card. Yet it's still protected very well. And it doesn't slide in there. You're still going to have a really good, tight card in there. And then the next thing is each box that we sell, we give one of these. It's a magnetic one-touch protective bag. And I'll show you, they're tight fit. And I'll show you when you're using these, you want to get your mag kind of in there. And what I've been noticing is some customers, when I watch them use this, they put their thumb here and they slide it down. That's going to scrape up the front of the mag. What I recommend is you push the sides right here and you slide it. And then that way, it's creating an air pocket so you're not really sliding against the front of that mag. Otherwise, it's gonna create a streak and it's not gonna look good. And then when you take these off, like what I do is when I use the mag bags to store my mags or transport my mags, I always use mag bags so there's no scratches. And then when I take them off, I make sure I squeeze the sides again and I push it like this and take it out like that so I'm not scraping the front of that mag. Just a pro tip from somebody who kind of understands this a little bit. There you go. So that's a really cool card. And then one other thing is I like to keep these. So I'm actually going to keep that one. I forgot. And these mag bags, they're really good tight fit. And they're, you see they're not flapping on the sides, which, some do. These don't. I'm just going to keep this tag. I do for all the cards that I crack, just to remember where I got it from. And, I've been cracking a lot of these. So there we go. Very cool card. I don't know the value, but thank you, James, man. That was really nice to give me this card. Thank you. I really like this card. Okay, next one. Dane Dalla. Let's make a little, let's clear the lane here for Dane Dalla. Hopefully he can return to the playoffs, So with these, people are like, well, I just crack it the way I want to. I'm not really worried about opening. I just do it like this. There we go. Making a mess in the office, but oh well. I like these optics. I think they're really cool cards. I like the first year optic quite a bit, but some of that low numbered first year optic stuff is really expensive. So I could just take a screwdriver and again pop it open, but I don't want any shifting of the card, so I'm not going to do it that way. I'm just going to make a mess and clean it up later. And I know that's probably not everyone has their own way. This is just the way that I do it. See, right now, even I could pop that open. Because the glue, the welding system that SGC uses is nowhere near the strength. See, I didn't really want to do that. And then it kind of transferred the card out of it. Which, whatever. I'm not going to grade it or anything. But again, probably not the way that I want to do it. The way that SGC welds their plastic, it's way less intense, I think, than the PSA. I don't have any, like, I don't think cards need to be graded like this. I don't think it's the way to go, unless I kind of like how Beckett does it. I'm just gonna, there's some dust in there. I like how Beckett does it. What they do is they give the subgrades. I think that's, if there's no subgrades, I don't really know what we're doing. But you guys let me know in the comments if you think that the subgrades are a must. What I do like is that they put that it's 4 out of 8, and then this card is a 4 out of 8. PSA doesn't tell you that. So I don't know. I don't know. The grading is another thing. Collecting is another thing. But yeah, I like the card. Very special card for me as a collector. One of my, this is in my collecting realm a bigger card, even though it's not that expensive. It's, under 10. Cool. So let's see. I'm going to put this in a black mag for sure. And another thing about the graded companies, I almost would love to see a graded company just take a smaller, like the size of a mag type thing, and make that the graded card case. Something smaller. I don't know why it has to be so big, and I'll show you in a second what I'm talking about. So I'm gonna get my inner sleeve here. There we go. I think that looks really good, yeah. And then let's get the top on there. And again, you can see it's not all wrinkled in there. You still get the good shine. Really enjoy the card. I like that card a lot. So I'm gonna put a mag bag on that and include the tag as well. SGC 9.5, raw, PSA 8, BGS 9. I mean, I don't really care. I think a lot of the market right now with, oops, all that dust in there. The market right now with the oversaturation of different numbering, and I mean, there's just so much stuff out there. This type of card doesn't really matter, man. I don't think it really matters with the grade. There's some stuff, let's say a downtown Jaden McDaniels rookie. The PSA 10, yeah, it's going to command more value in the market, and you're going to hit a home run if you get a PSA 10. That's just how it is. But for some of this like numbered stuff of players that are like PC players and the market's not really hungry for this type of stuff, dude, it's not gonna change the value too much. Some of this older stuff, yeah, it will. If this is a PSA 10, this would be serious money. This type of stuff once it gets graded high. Okay, next one. Got me a Damian Lillard. That would look cool in the new pink mag. That would look really cool. We are coming out with a pink mag. Let me see if I can find it for you. I had it here. Here it is. It's coming out in May, along with 4 other colors. We're going to have an all gold, metallic red, pink, and 2 shades of blue. So I think something like that might look cool in the pink. Yeah. Maybe I'll save that, guys, for the pink mag when I make it. So I'm going to save that one. Anyways, nice talking to you guys. I really appreciate it. Again, if you're looking for some great mags, you can check us out at www.gametimeinternational.com. Have a great time collecting, and talk to you soon. Bye-bye.